Sir, Kanti sir, this is education session, right?
Yeah.
There is no.
Yeah. No,
Yes,
normal
is it?
script. Normal script. Yeah.
No,
Toastmaster.
actually, I am outside. Still, I didn't reach the home. I am in the
Okay.
car. I was
Okay.
driving. That's why.
No problem. Yeah. Then Toastmaster Guru sir, could you open the meeting with our mission statements?
Sure, just give me a moment.
Yeah.
Good evening, Toastmasters. A cordial welcome to the meeting of Keynoters Club, joint meeting with CMA for Education session. And I am Toastmaster Guru Murthy, Sergeant at Arms for this amazing evening. Toastmasters International is a worldwide non-profit educational organization that empowers individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. It is headquartered in Inglewood, Colorado, United States. The organization membership exceeds 357,000 members in more than 16,600 clubs in 143 countries. I would like to begin by stating the mission of a Toastmasters Club. I request all of you to keep your right hand on your chest and say it on your mind. We provide supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Some golden rules to be respected during an online meeting. All attendees must mute their audio if you're not speaking or if you're invited to speak. Do not share your screen unless asked by the host. If you want to communicate, please use the chat function, which will be open for all of you to express your suggestions and ideas. You can use the reaction buttons to show your applauses. Refrain yourself from taking on 3 taboo topics: religion, sex, or politics. Kindly avoid movements, eating, drinking, which may distract the speaker. In case you need to move, please turn off your video before doing so. I like to give this screen to an energetic, enthusiastic, magnetic Toastmaster who has been in this journey for many years, the president of this Keynoters Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Kanti Madinathan. Let's give a round of applause for welcoming our president, vivacious acting president, Toastmaster Kanti Madinathan. Over to you, President.
Thank you so much, our Sergeant Arms of today's meeting, Toastmaster Guru Murthy. Please give him a fantastic round of applause. And good evening, Keynoters and Toastmasters and members and guests. I cordially welcome you all for our special session today. Today we are, before that I would like to tell about Toastmasters International. As our Sergeant Arms told, it's a non-profit organization and it helps members to develop communication and leadership skills. And now we have more than 365,000 clubs around the world. In normally the Toastmasters, the organization, we are conducting 6 contests in a year. Could anyone tell about that 6 contests? What are the contests that Toastmasters clubs are conducting around the world?
We have international speech, humorous, evaluation, table topics, tall tale contest,
debate. Yes, yeah. So around the world, we are conducting 6 contests. But the Toastmasters International, they are conducting only 1 contest. That is the International Speech Contest. And before going to that educational session, I welcome all our members and guests. So we will get just a introduction about you. So I request Toastmaster Aryan, could you unmute yourself and please give your intro, please.
Hi, good evening to all. My name is Aryan Bilavria and I am the Sergeant at Arms of Act Universal Toastmasters Club Chittorgarh. And I've been a part of Toastmasters organization for a year now. And I'm really glad to be a part of this meeting. Thank you so much, Kanti sir, for inviting us all.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aryan. And Toastmaster Vignesh.
Yes, good evening to all. I'm glad to invite. I'm thank to invite me for the attend this meeting. This is for educational session how to speak in internationally. So I'm interested to attend this meeting. Thanks for your being admit for the group. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And you may add your expectation about the international speech, this training session also. And Toastmaster
Okay.
Ari, yeah. Toastmaster Ari, yourself and give an introduction to.
Thank you, Toastmaster, President of Keynoters speech, Toastmaster Kanti Madinathan. I am Ari Varahan. I am currently serving as President of Vibes Table Topic Toastmasters Clubs and VP Education of America Tamil Toastmasters Club. I want to take up this training to understand more about this international speech, how the way it should be done, and what are the key points to note, and then how to succeed myself. So that's the reason I joined this session. Thank you so much, and all the best for all the other participants.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arif. And distinguished Toastmaster Annie, could you unmute yourself and give your introduction, and you may ask, tell your expectation about that training also. Yeah, now, yes, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Sonia and distinguished Toastmaster Nagarajan. And I welcome you all. So now let's go to the training session, and in between we will ask more. You can give if you have any questions, please give it in the chat box. We have our moderator Toastmaster Gurumurthy. He will collect all your questions and he will ask to the trainer. Now the training session will start. We have a wonderful Toastmaster. He is one of my best friends, and he is a humorous champion, and he also the international champion in many events. And but unfortunately, today this year he cannot compete in the international contest because he is a area director. Now, please put your hands together to welcome Area 53 Director and our trainer of the day, Toastmaster Rajesh Kovval. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I guess I'm audible. You can hear me, okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Kanti, one of my favorite Toastmaster. And another one is appearing, Nagarajan sir is here, one of my guru only, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you all for attending this and giving me an opportunity to talk in front of you. And it's been a pleasure always to talk about whatever knowledge I got. Actually, I always talk about tacit knowledge. Tacit knowledge is what you get throughout your life journey. I am a Toastmaster for the last 8 years, and I saw so many wonderful speeches. Even Toastmaster Nagarajan gave so many wonderful speeches in front of me. And I took so many bits and things from there and here, and I just sorted it. And I thought, why can't I spread this news that I got so much information about this from here and there. I'm not referring any particular book or something about speech, international speech, how to do and how to think, present it and all. I got it throughout. I'm in Toastmaster for 8 years. I still remember the first day I went to the Toastmaster Club, the Sharjah Toastmasters Club. That's the first club I joined, even though now I am not there because of the days and distance from my place. I remember how I met those genius people, and they asked me to give my name, and I couldn't even tell them my name because of the stage fear. And Toastmaster made me to stand in front of you and speak in front of you. And I thank Toastmaster Ralph Medley for this wonderful organization. When we are talking about today's session, it is international speech you are all going to do. Let me know how many of you are going to prepare for international speech this year. For the, yeah, good. Okay, 1, 2, only 2. It is very easy, but only thing is that we have to complete our 2 parts. The not 2 parts, 2 levels. Correct, Kanti? 2 levels we have to complete. Then you are eligible, and you should be a good standing member. If so, you can also try. And I believe that after this session, it will take 48 hours to prepare an international speech. To prepare an international speech, it will take 48 hours. That means 2 days. Do you believe that? It is possible. I will tell you how to prepare that international speech of yours. We need to approach this session in 2 angles: before the contest and at the contest. I am a person who believes that proper prior plan will prevent poor performance. Proper prior planning will prevent poor performance on stage. So mainly I'm focusing on before the contest. I hope you understood. There is 2 sessions before the contest and on that contest day. Before the contest, if you prepare well, you practice well, you will deliver that speech in a successful manner. The unprepared speaker has a right to be afraid. It's a saying by Rajesh Medley. Late Dr. Rajesh Medley said, the unprepared speaker has a right to be afraid. So what I am telling you is prepare well. How many of you have a glossophobia, the stage fear? You don't have a stage fear? I have. I have a stage fear. I'm a person who is afraid of a stage. Even now, I'm scared and I'm not showing it in front of you. It is say, if you have a stage fright, it never goes away. The stage fear will not go away. You will be expert to hide it if you're practicing. Then there is a wonder. The wonder is the key to that magical performance is because of the fear. The fear will allow you to give a magical performance. It is true. Your best race will be when you are at that contest. You will run fast, you will jump fast, all because of that particular small fear which you have. So if there is a glossophobia, it is for good. Now let me tell you to imagine something, okay? Can you imagine we are preparing a delicious food to serve or to sell? We are preparing a delicious food, okay? You know, our customers are, of course, we are preparing an international cuisine, and our customers are international people, okay? They enjoy the food because you are a very good cook. You make money and everything. But from government side, there are somebody is coming to check that food. They are food inspectors in India, food inspectors. They come and check. What they are checking? They are checking whether your food is in good quality. They are checking whether your space is that area where you're selling it is in a hygienic place. Same way, when you're participating in international contests, there you are cooking for your customer, but you are always keeping in mind the quality and other things for the inspectors. Like that, when you are preparing a speech, you are entertaining the people. Sure, it is good. Audience are our customers. You prepare it for the international audience. Very good. I'm always mentioning international because the standard of the speech should be in such a way that it is not rice and dal. Okay, you need all kind of food for international people. The character, the place, the scene, everything should have an international standard. Always remember the judges are there to inspect our product. Judges are there to check our speech.
Quarantine the vachin order. Quarantine the vachin.
The judges are the people who are rating our product, our speech. They are the one who gave score to our product. That means our speech. We serve our food to satisfy our clients, but according to the given specifications. Just like that, what I want to say is that the script must be according to the judge's sheet. Toastmaster Gandhi will share the judge's sheet for you in the message box if you don't have. So you may be thinking why I'm telling this. You have to prepare the speech for the judges, even though you are performing in front of an audience. Always, before preparing the speech, keep that in your mind. You are speaking to the audience, but your target is the judges. You impress the judges. That is your duty. So my first point is entertain the audience and at the same time impress the judges. Entertain the audience at the same time impress the judges. The moment the contestant call you, next contestant is Toastmaster Kanti, all the eyes will be on you and judges' eyes also will be on you. And you stand up, you go to the stage, you stand there and start speaking till you finish the speech and come back and sit. All this time, they are watching you. Do everything in an elegant way. Your attire, dress, how nicely you dress, your shoes, your hair, your confidence, and the way you walk. Try to avoid copying somebody. Don't walk like Shah Rukh Khan or something. Have you seen the judge's sheet now? It is in front of you, judge's sheet.
Yeah, Rajesh bro, I shared, but some of the members asked to share in the screen. So if you allow, I will share in the screen also.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Because if you share in screen, I cannot see the faces. No, that's why. This is the judge's sheet. It shows that first one is content. You can see, no? And second part is delivery. And third part is language. I am concentrating on content because if you add the total marks of content, it will be 20 plus 15 plus 15. That is 50 marks for the content. Correct? And delivery is 30. And your language, 20. Hope everybody saw this. Kandik, you can close that, I guess, sharing screen. I want to see the faces, no? That's better. I think you saw this. Toastmaster Mini is there. So we have content 50 marks and delivery 30, language 20. Your contest is nearing. I don't think your language you can improve in such a way that you will go for an international speech. That is, the present quality of your speech is more than enough, because it carries 20 marks at least. Anyway, whatever you speak, you will get 10 plus marks. And delivery, you can read it and copy delivery and other things. Content 50 marks. How can you score 40 plus marks in content? Have you seen the movies? If you have a beautiful script, a new face, a new actor can make it a hit. All the movies. So many Phool Aur Kande's, Ajay Devgan's first movie. What a script, and it scored well. Same as a poor script, even the superhero cannot lift. I believe script is the key. Screenplay is the key. In contest, they gave 50 marks for the content. That's why Toastmaster itself is telling the content, the screenplay, the story, that is the one which is more important. I want a small discussion. If you have any suggestion on that, you can put press space bar and talk to me. What do you think, Kanti?
Yeah, good evening all. And where do I have to find the best contents or the topics? Where can I find?
Okay. What is the next question or your suggestion? Where do you find a? There was a contest in our club, and I was a president. I was a president.
Yeah,
and,
appointment
hello. Our Nagarajan, DTM Nagarajan came there, and he surprised us. He's there? He quit. He's there. Okay. Toastmaster DTM Nagarajan came, and he surprised us with one banana. You remember? I said, from where you got this kind of jokes? I came in, I searched around, and I found it. And he made us all laugh. That is the trick. You look around it. There are contents. There are that one-liner. I will talk about that. If you believe this content is the king, then I will help you to find it out and create your speech in 48 hours. It's very easy. You have to look around. This is actually, I put as a discussion time, because you have any suggestion on that? You have any argument? Because I learned by seeing only. Seeing, I am not reading any books or something. I saw these around, and I am waiting for that one line in my life. I see something in you. I don't know what it is. That is the one-liner. Your content, your script. By reading that script, everybody can reproduce that speech in front of an audience. At least not equally, at least a better way. Sometimes nearing to that perfection. So if you have a script in your hand, a very good one, a 7-minute speech, how many of you can present it very well? Please raise your hand. That best one. Yeah, Gulmurthy immediately said yes. Can you make it? If you have Sudhir sir, if you can get a very good script, very tight script, can you present it in a very good manner? And see, I'm not talking about winning a contest, okay? I'm talking about presenting a good speech. Presenting a good speech. Preparing and presenting a good speech is another thing. Winning a contest is something else. Yes, today we are going to discuss a few things about, okay, international speech to improve script and delivery. How many of you are participating in E3, ISO 4. I want everybody should participate in this contest this year. Your contest is nearing. It is within 1 month, club contest. All will be in 1 month. Can you tell me how many of you have mentors? Mentors. You don't have a mentor. The biggest issue. Because even Messi has a mentor. Messi is the best footballer, no? He has a mentor. Cristiano Ronaldo has a mentor. If you don't have mentor, two things are there. Either you don't know what the importance of mentor. Second thing, you are thinking that you are good enough. Which is that? If you are good enough, you don't need a mentor.
No,
If
actually,
you
we are
don't know
new
good
members.
things, I'm telling you.
We are new members and we didn't get a mentor. We didn't know how to proceed with it.
You
Just
look
three-
around, there is mentors. All things are, you have to search for it. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That is what, not me, it is Buddha, Buddha said. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Let me go to this one, okay? A speech without a specific purpose is like a journey without destination. A speech without a specific purpose is like a journey without a destination. What will be the purpose of your speech? What you are going to speak to us if we are standing in front of you? That's the question. $1 million question. What you are going to speak in front of us, or what you are going to tell me if I attempt to watch your speech. A speech should not be a sharing of information. You don't share the information. You are sharing yourself. You are sharing yourself. That is a speech. It's a power. Speech is a power. It's to persuade. Speech is a persuade. Speech is persuade. Speech is to convert. Convert. It has to convert people. Speech is compel. There's a funny quote. It's funny quote. It's just, I got it from the net. A speech is like a miniskirt long enough to cover all the vital parts and short enough to entice and captive the listener's attention. An eloquent speech is not from my mouth to your ears. It is from the heart to heart. What is your message? You know, the audience are greedy. I am spending my 7 minutes to listen you what you're going to give me. That is the question. They're greedy. They want more. If you give your best speech, next time they want a better speech than last time. Next time, that means if you get a very good clap, that is actually a burden for you. People are expecting a better speech from you the next time. Why we have to listen your message? What's that takeaway message from your speech? Why we have to spend time on your speech? These are the questions. Why I'm telling is, you don't have to tell me that Mahatma Gandhi, when he was child, he told some lies and later he cried and stopped telling lies. I also learned that. You don't have to come and tell me that Nelson Mandela is a great man. He was in the jail and all things we all know. What I don't know is about you. That anecdote, that is what I want. That is why I'm coming to listen your speech. You have thousands of things to tell me. That is what the listeners are there. That is what we are waiting to hear from that one thing. You don't have to tell so many big things. It is not the speech, a small lesson. That day, my father was angry at me for the first time. After that, I never did that. It's a story. Right? My mother told me, don't go. And my life ended in that mess. I was still thinking why I did that and regret. It's a story. Very easy. Story making is very easy. Last year, I participated in a contest. I was stressing on the point that don't worry, I am with you. That 2 words, don't worry, I am with you. Have you told that to one of your friends when he was in trouble or she was in trouble? It's a story. Because when you are in trouble, if some of your friends said, don't worry, I am with you, it makes a big change in you. That is a content for an international speech. This is the answer for Kanti. Kanti said, from where you will get. In one of my speech, it is not like a pathways, it is CC manual. You heard about CC manual? CC manual is pathways. Before that, we were having CC manual. CC, contestant communicator, and CL, competent leader, competent communicator and leader. In CC, P2 speech, what I did is, still I remember, the speech was about, do not compare your children with others. That was a simple incident. My parents compared my marks with the neighbor's child's mark, my cousin's marks. And it affected me a lot. That is really, truly a very good incident for an international speech, very good thing to make an international speech. Do not compare. Each lesson, see, you learn things from such small incidents, and that itself is a very good international speech content. If you can tell about your speech in a single line, as I said, don't worry, I am with you, is my speech. Do not compare your child. That is another speech. If you can talk about your speech in one single line, you can make that an international speech. But you should have that ability to make it in a one line. The second one, after finding out that one line, you can think about a title. Some people, they will finish all the speeches, then they will they will go for a title. But title is very, very important. The title of the speech, I see something. The next question raising in your mind is what? What you see, what you saw. My last year's speech, what Kanti was talking about is buddy taping. The next question, what is that? Buddy taping. Just imagine somebody is calling me my name for the speech, Rajesh Kovval. That is with the way how they call for Toastmasters, for newcomers, I'm telling. Our name, title, and name. That's how they call. Rajesh Kovval, sincerity is the best policy. Sincerity is the best policy. Rajesh Kovval, finish. Your speech is finished there. What you want to tell them, you already told them. Not you, the person who is standing there told. Rajesh Kovval, sincerity is the best policy. You have to make sure that there is a suspense factor. I know what you did. This a speech title means everybody will be very interested to know that what is that. One of my speech title is a rose is a rose is a rose is a rose. That is what, there is no duplicate. Don't compare. That speech was titled as "A rose is a rose is a rose is a rose." What is that suspense title you are going to select? That matters a lot. Why all this I'm telling? No, immediately after hearing that, the person who is playing with his mobile phone will put the mobile phone back and look at you. If the title is "Sincerity is the best policy," they will not even look at you, because they know what they are going to talk. Can you share some of the best titles which you put in your speech? Gurumurthy, you have any good title? You heard any good titles? Mini ma'am is there? Toastmaster Mini ma'am.
I guess you told the best title which I've ever heard. I saw something in you, but I don't know what it is. That was a wonderful title, which brought me to Toastmasters as such.
Dhananjaya Hitarachi. Yeah.
Yeah, from Sri Lanka.
Yeah. There are a lot.
Yeah. Abracadabra.
Okay. That's a good one. That curiosity, it should generate curiosity. It should ask the people, okay, lift your head and watch me. Your title should be in such a way. So first thing you learn that you have to find that one liner. That is, look around, you will see an incident. You don't have to live in the earlier time. Almost all life changer are in a Toastmaster international speech was somebody died and you changed your mind, something like that. It's not necessary. One drop of tear or one look is enough to change that look. I couldn't forget it. That changed my life. It should be like that. And anecdote, that is what I forgot to tell you before. The personal story. Always, I told you, anecdote, remember the word. Personal story only will sell. You don't sell any kind of scientist story or all personal stories. Always remember that. How to personalize a story? Dhananjaya Hitarachi, just now Gurumurthy said, that story was not his story. In a speech, he told everybody that is happened to his friend, not his personal story. The person who went to the jail and who came back and all, it is not Dhananjaya Hitarachi. He personalized it. Let me tell you a story. When I was at 10th exam, the person the boy whom my parents were comparing me, always comparing. Why can't you do better than him? Why can't he's scoring 100 out of 100? Why you're like this and all? That is my best friend Vasu, and he was so cousin also. He was so confident about the things. He's very confident. Yeah, the moment teacher tells the question, he answer here. He'll write the answer. And I was so jealous about him. Later that time came as our study leave is there. 1 and a half months study leave is there for secondary school. For me, I made a chart and I started learning slowly, because up to that day, I didn't learn anything. Then Vasu, he knows everything. He knows everything. He went to his grandma's house and started swimming and all. Then exam reached and we went for the exam and result came. Vasu failed actually, not failed, very less mark. And I got a very good score because I was gradually studying. Actually, this is not my story. This is that hare and tortoise, no? That story I converted into my life story. Hare and tortoise, you remember that story? Hare is a rabbit and tortoise. That story I converted as my story and I'm telling you. You don't have to search for your life for a wonderful story. Sometimes you may heard a story from your friend and you are thinking, oh, this is a good one. Immediately you can convert it. I'm again telling Dhananjaya Hitarachi in Dubai in a session, he told us, see, the story I told is not my story. It is my friend's story. So Kanti, your answer for your first question, from where I will get a story? It may be from your newspaper.
Yeah, and I would, there is even in the declaration form we have we deliver our that is the content must not be more than 30% from the outside.
Yeah, it is your story. I told my story only just now. You are going to tell them that it is a hare and tortoise story, rabbit story? No. You are convert it, and later even you will start believing it's your story.
Yeah, but there is opportunity for the protest for the not the original content.
No, you are telling you have a problem in and you build a bridge for your river. Who is coming and telling that it is wrong? Nobody is coming and telling. But I am copying that. I told what I told just now is the man who made a big cave between a cave in a, this one. Remember, he made a road between a hill by cutting a hill. He made a road. I can convert it into my story. I will tell that I made a bridge in a river alone. You can convert it. Nobody is going to tell it is wrong or something. Copying is that when I was standing there, my father was lying there, and I told him that I took gold from my brother, and he started crying, and I decided that is Mahatma Gandhi story. Don't tell that here. You understood? Don't bring Mahatma Gandhi story and not here. Then people will tell, oh, this is Mahatma Gandhi story. And don't copy that famous blockbuster movie story. That everybody knows that. You can create your own story. If you get that one-liner, you can create your own story. Last year, I was telling that buddy taping, that 3 stories in that was not mine. I was just lying in front of an audience, and it is an art. A good liar will get a good clap. Now, we will tell how to script this speech. You have a story, you will get it around whenever you are looking through the newspaper, you will get a story. When somebody is asking what you're going to talk, you have to tell it in 1 sentence. You have to express that full story in 1 sentence. That means you won. You have got that one. Now, how to script it? Who will show me the time? Around 45 minutes, you have to show me. Yellow. Gurumurthy. Okay. 7:44 only. Okay. How to script the speech? Begin with an outline. You know what is outline. It's just opening, closing. Because to create a speech which your audience will remember, you have to got organized. You should have very good opening like that organized. The outlining of a speech is the best way to organize your thoughts, because your thoughts are scattered here and there. You have to organize it. Second thing, whenever you are scripting, use conversation tone. Don't bring the cut and paste from Google and all. It should be how the way you speak to me. If tomorrow Gandhi came and talked to me in another way, I'll ask, what happened to Gandhi? Don't make me ask like that. You have to use your own conversation style. Write your speech in a way that how you normally talk, how I am talking now. This way, if you write, because actually speech, why we are going for a speech, because you have some ideas, your personal ideas, you want to share it with me. You want to share it. I want to hear in your words, in your conversation style. Then people will notice it. I want you to work on a very short sentences. During old days, the speeches of all Mark Antony speech or Gandhi speech or all very tall sentences, confusing words and all. Now the style is short sentences. If you put a difficult word, immediately people will take the mobile and again check the sentence and they will disconnect. Don't put difficult words, very simple words. That's the idea. If you check all the winners of international speech, the last 5 speeches, you can understand that everybody use very familiar words on. The moment you put a difficult word, they will check what is or they will go for writing it. Some people have the habit, and I am the one. I will start writing that word, and I will disconnect with the speaker. Humor has a very important role in speeches. You have to add humor in that. Don't bring from outside, only for the situation. For the situation, you need humor. Is what it is. It's like a salt in the recipe. You have to sprinkle humor here and there. It will be more tasty. Be specific. That is another thing you have to remember. It is better to give stories to support a point. It is better to add a story to support your point than make a vague statement. Like, that's the difference between the teachers and the speakers. Teachers, they will be they will come and tell you the thing. That is it. Nobody is interested in that. You have to add some humor. If there is any teachers, okay, sorry. The importance of stories like a glue to paste your ideas into the listener's mind. You take an idea, paste story, and paste it. The stories are working as a glue to paste the idea into the listener's mind. But remember, do not tell a story without a point. Do not tell a point without a story. Story has a great, you heard about Panchatantra stories. Panchatantra stories used to teach few maybe princess to learn the Rajatantra. They use Panchatantra stories, fox story or so many stories. By using this, they taught these children how to all these Rajatantras. They will not forget it. You may think it is like, see, it is silly one. No, it has great meaning. The moment you read it again and again, now if you read, you will get so many new ideas that. You know that sometimes people will show you the real color there, and you will tell, oh, he showed me the real color. Later, he showed me the real color. That blue fox story is that. That is an advice for the king, the future king. Don't believe everybody like that. Don't believe blindly. There may be a blue fox in your palace. So Panchatantra stories, a good example for pasting the ideas into the student's mind. So don't tell any story without a point, and don't tell any point without a story.
I have one question, trainer Rajesh. And where you are telling the story, we have to tell without we are not supposed to tell without a point, and also the point we are not supposed to tell without a story. Then when we have to give the point after giving the story, and we have to make a punch, or in the beginning we have to tell the point and we have to describe about the story.
That is a good question. Actually, I'll tell you two instances. Last year, my uncle went out and got a snake bite in the night. Today, when I am telling my son, okay, don't go out now, you will get a snake bite. He will not listen to that. People don't like advisors, because from childhood only we are listening all these advisors, and the moment you are telling me and it has an advice on, we will reject it. So what I'm telling my son is, last month when my uncle was going out, my father said, take care, there may be snakes, don't go now. He ignored and he went, and he got a snake bite. If I'm telling the story, my son will not go out in the night. You don't have to tell him again, don't go and run. This I prepared just recent now, but the thing is that if you are telling an advice, people will not accept it. If you are giving an incident and the advice is inside, people will take it. That also you don't tell the audience. From this incident, I learned that. That is what you are going to tell. From this incident you are telling, and you are telling that point. I learned something from this incident. When I go there, somebody is looking at me and he said, I see something in you. I don't know what it is. He went to another place. Somebody is telling, I see something in you and I don't know what it is. He's just giving incidents. That means whenever he is seeing you, he will tell you that, Kanti, I see you something in you and I don't know what it is. And what point he's telling is, everybody has that something in them. You have to find and take it out. That is the, see, I'm taking that example because everybody knows this, no? That's why. How you script, tell me.
So sorry to interrupt you. The DTM Annie has a question, so she'd like to ask a question.
Yes.
Toastmaster Annie, you can shoot out your question, ma'am.
Unmute, please.
Okay. I'm sure everybody here would like to know more, because being a serious person, it's very hard for me to tell a humorous joke. I mean, I've seen people participating in humorous contests, but it's not humorous at all. So how can you help us to, like you say, we add a bit of humorous, but then there are 4 different types, like serious, persuasive, and I'm really not the humorous type, unless I have a pint of, a pint or 2 beer, drinking it, I might have some jokes. So how can you help us and tell us to improve in that when we give our speech?
Thank you for the questions.
I would ask a similar question in addition to that, Rajesh. Is it compulsory that there should be a humor, or there should be a patho factor, or there should be some sympathical situation when we develop a speech? or when we tell our own story?
This one, it is not written somewhere, but I will tell you one thing. First, I will answer Gurumurti. Okay, the moment you tell some humor on stage, the audience will take you as our person. You got it? You remember those teacher who is your favorite teacher, who tells jokes and humors and fun. You remember your best friend, who is your best friend, he always take everything easily and tell you humorous things. That's our nature. The person who present humor, immediately you will have a special attachment with that. And that doesn't mean that serious speaker will not be acceptable. Serious speakers is also acceptable, but it is depend upon the situation. There is a murder and you are a speaker and you are favoring that, you are not going to tell jokes. You will be serious only and everybody will accept you. But in a gathering like Toastmasters International, humor is a bit important. All the international speakers, they made us laugh like hell, actually. But humor, so many people said it's not my cup of tea. But let me tell you, humor is a process only. It is a very simple process. And process can be improved by practice. I am sure. It is a process because almost all, I am from Kerala, and Malayalam actors who are very humorous on screen, no, they're very serious in their life. So many interviews, we got surprised. This man, when he comes on stage, we all laugh, and in real life, they are very serious. How it is? Because though you will, it is like when there is a twist. In my speech, I said, there she stood. I'm not still remembering full, tall, slender, beautiful. And I went to the audience and said, unfortunately, I have to call her sister because she's a nurse. That is a humor, but it is a very serious step only. You don't have to smile also whenever you are telling this. It is in your script. When you script and deliver it, you don't have to tell the people, I'm good. No humorous person will tell, let me tell you a joke. No, you tell and make a twist, people will laugh. It is very simple. You tell, your script need humor. When you make a humorous script, you will be very serious. You tell that. You got it. There is few tricks. I don't know how to explain now because we are concentrating on international speech. 2-3 jokes, you can fix it, I guess. And you don't purposely tell them that I'm going to tell a joke. That's the first problem. And second thing, if you tell a joke, people will took it very seriously. Let them take it seriously. You don't have to worry. And if you want more, I will give you DTM Hashim Halim's number. He's a person who is who is good for teaching humorous speeches. DTM Hashim Halim, Toastmaster Mini Kutan will give DTM Hashim's, and it is possible. I once again I'm telling you, maybe know that Amjad Ali, his first humorous speech was a biggest flop, and next week he gave it in another club and reached area and division with the same speech. Slight work on that. That's it. We are talking about the script, and we diverted into this. And if you can tell your script to a child and make him understand, that will be the best script. You know that. When people are writing scripts, and where you have to test before going to the higher level, division level, call few children and tell them the story, and if they can understand it, anybody can understand. Next, leave your script. This is very important. Do not report your script. Don't tell what happened here, there to us. Show us what happened there. Show us how you surprised. Show us what, how you responded to the situation. Or show us. Live the speech on the stage. Don't report the speech. Paint the pics with your words. Paint the picture with your words. What happened and everything you paint in our mind. The audience, I am the audience. You should paint it in my mind. Describe the incident. It will be fabulous if you can describe the incident to us. Even for remembering a speech, that's the best method. See the picture in your mind. Don't try to by heart that first. You have to see the picture in your mind and describe to us. In between, your script needs participation from the audience. How you will do it? Participation from the audience. You need participation, no?
Ask questions like, do you
Yes.
agree? Have you felt? Did you experience like that?
Yes, that is another thing. It is a dangerous thing also, because if the person start talking, a pause is a very good attention gainer. Before telling a important thing, take a pause. Then bring suspense. Suspense in a stories. Emotions. Humorize, I'm telling again. Questions are like, have you heard about something like that? We don't need answers from them. If any place, if you need answer, arrange your person there to tell the answer. Arrange your friend in the audience to tell you the answer. Otherwise, it will become a flop. If you need an answer, the exact answer you have to tell, okay? You have to tell somebody. Drama, you bring drama, voice modulation. These all are attention grabbers. You have to raise your voice modulation. This will be when the moment you suddenly murmur, people will attend. People will give attention. Because now our main threat is this, the mobile phones. The moment you start talking, sometimes if it is not at all, in one sentence, it is not interesting. There are interesting parts coming again, but immediately they will start picking up their mobile and start chatting or something. That means they will lose the connection. The speech has three parts, you know, no? The opening, the body, and the closing. Opening is nothing but telling the audience what you're going to talk. And body is telling the audience what you want to tell, what you wish to share. And closing is telling the audience what you said. Normally they say opening must be thunder. Okay, like Shah Rukh Khan or Vijay or somebody is coming on stage. It must be thunder, attention grabber. And the closing must be a wonderful one. Oh, what a nice speech. The closing should have. And the body, it may be a blunder story. What you got, as I said, to support the your main point. Have you seen the James Bond movies? There is a technique. They show a small piece of adventurous scene of James Bond, and they start title after that. Our intro should be like that, I believe. Some people, they immediately go and tell Toastmasters, I'm talking about normal speech. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters. And normally a type some related story only on top, and you crack what you're going to tell, and you address the audience later. That's the way normally I saw a good speeches. Your intro will decide whether I have to keep the phone with me and start looking, or I have to follow you. That is the intro's effect. There are so many best ways to start a opening speech. That opening. You can start with a story. Once upon a time is the best way to get attention, you know, because from childhood only you practice that. You can start with a phrase or statement or proverb. You can start with the statistics. The accidents in Kerala or accidents in India in 2021 is so and so. And so much percentage of these accidents are from teenagers, something like that. It is an attention grabber. You can use a quote, sometimes a pose. If you're not talking for 10 seconds, people will look at you. That's an attention grabber. You can ask them to imagine. You can tell, imagine you are in such situation, what you'll do. The main thing is that avoid beating around the bush. Please avoid. Because the moment you start telling something vague, the first question in my mind is, hey, tell me, man, what you want to tell. That will be the first question raising in my mind. So I said the one-liner before. You should have a one-liner. That is, we call it as conflict. Immediately after that, starting within 15 to 20 seconds, you have to tell the audience what you are going to tell them. That is the opening. Your entry may be, as Toastmaster Mohammed did from Saudi, did lighting a cigarette, or you're showing a rose, whatever it is. It is an attention grabber, and immediately you crack that, what you are going to tell them. You have to tell them in 20 minutes, 20 seconds, 20 to 25 seconds maximum, because otherwise people will think, yeah, tell me what you're going to tell us. Reveal the conflict, argument. What is your argument? What is the interest in that? Personalize it. You have to tell your story. Personalize it with the see. If I'm talking, the teacher in my first sentence was so nice, and immediately people will connect. Mother, grandmother, friend, or that is why I'm telling personalize the story, personal story, personalize the story. Then you declare the statement in that 1 minute, the bold statement, what you're going to talk. It should be, I see something. That is, I'm telling again and again because it is common for everybody. Then salutation. I said the body of this. Again and again, I'm telling anecdote is the most, because people will believe in you. Don't tell them that when I was in moon and when I was on top of the Everest and all. Bring small of things, okay? Nearby hill is okay. When I was on top of nearby hill, that's a story. People should believe it. Then they will believe you. Do not tell a story without a point. I'm telling personal story, whatever it is, but related to your point. Then we have to check what will be the impact of your speech. What will be the reaction? What will be the reflection? What they are going to realize? That is the one-liner. That's why I'm telling you have to tell it. The power of three, you heard about that. power of three. Normally, they bring 3 stories in a speech to support this point. So you will tell that one-liner in 3 places, 3 or 4 places, power of 3, minimum 3 places. You are reinstating the point. That day, I learned that for simple reason also, do not tell lie. That thing you have to repeat 3 places. Supporting story, whatever it is, there should be an opening for that, body and closing. There are 3 stories in this your speech. All the 3 stories has an opening, body and closing. And all this story should support your main one-liner. Now let us go for the closing. You have to summarize your topic. You have to tell the steps to take. You have to inspire the audience saying the closing line. You have to remember that, summarize the topic. You have to tell them to steps to take. Inspire the audience. Are you ready? See that, because can you say this whenever you are seeing a person who is broke? Now I'll tell you how I started my speech. This opening, this body and closing in a vague manner. I don't have time now. I started by showing them my hands were tied, the fingers were tied, and I told them that my finger is broken and I went to the hospital. They tied both and I told them my one finger only broken. They said, when there is a finger broken, we take the next finger and tie together because the broken finger want a support. I asked the audience, in your life, have you ever stood as a finger to support a broken finger? And I told my friend when he was broken, how I stood in front of with him and support him. That was my first story. And I told everybody, whether in your life, have you ever got body taped when you were broken? And I told them, when I was broken and I was in a big trouble, my wife came and told me, yes, buddy, I am with you, don't worry. And I am telling everybody, I inspire everybody. Whenever you are in your life, you see somebody, you don't have to give them money. You don't have to give them fund or something. You just go near by them and tell them, touch their shoulder and tell them, don't worry, buddy, I am with you. This was my closing address. See, opening, 2 stories and closing. This is what I learned from my mentors and I prepared my story. The power of 3 is a must. At least minimum 3 places you have to put this. And after that, opening statement, body and closing. Each time you have to give that power statement, what you have. And then I had to tell that 3P technique. First one is practice. Second one is practice. And third one is practice. My friend Raju Matthew got a divisional contest. He was a divisional contest winner, and I was asking how many times you practice. He said minimum 300, more than 300 times he practiced his speech. You have few lie stories. It is not maybe from your life. You took it from somebody else. You practice this 100 times, it will become your story. Then even you will believe that your story. It is your story. And these are the things which you have to do prior to the contest. And contest day, please remember position of camera, speaking area, define the speaking area. You have to mark it properly. The movement, how you move. See, for correcting it, the plain background is good. Don't go for any virtual backgrounds. It will be shaky. For getting a full eye contact, look at the camera and talk. That's what I'm doing. My camera is here. I'm looking at the camera and doing. Dress code is a, see, this time it is online. That's why I'm telling this. Dress code is a must. Room should be silent. Lighting, you have to check with your friend and ask whether this is okay. Room silence is a must. Always keep a backup device. Set the mic properly. Sound check with your friend. Zoom in Zoom only. Another thing, you have to manage the properties if you have it in your speech yourself. Okay, you will not get, you cannot take a help from others normally. This is what I want to tell you. Let me summarize it. First of all, opening, what you are going to tell them, you have to declare it in 20 seconds. 20 seconds maximum. That one-liner should be very, very clear and crisp. Even a 6th standard boy could understand that. 6th standard is 12 years. 12 years boy could understand that. That is the best. Humor, you have to work on that. It is very easy. It is in the script. It is not yours. If there is a humor in a movie, you can explain it. No, even if you are a very serious person. Yeah, you can come and tell me, Rajesh, in that there is a humor situation like this, then I will enjoy it. That's the only thing you are doing. You are just expressing that humor which is in your script in front of me. One thing, the humor, the person who is telling the humor won't laugh. You know that? Charlie Chaplin, he's not laughing. He's just moving around and you're laughing. So don't think it is not your cup of tea. If you can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, everybody can do it. That's what I believe. Power of 3, bring 3 stories, but sometimes not last year, the previous winner who talked about Indian wedding, he said only 1 story. But so many people, they brought 3 stories, 2 stories. There is a technique also behind that, 3 stories. If 1 story people like, they will like your speech. If 2 stories were a flop, they will ignore it if they like that 1 story. That's why some movies are like that. 3 characters, 3 different stories. The movie will be average winning movie. That is a technique. If you like 1 or 2 movies, 1 average, 1 flop, and 1 this one, a story in your speech, you will succeed in that. Another thing, what I did is, I and our president, we always participated in contest, wherever contest is, because you are not, you have to make a habit of participating in all the contests whenever you are getting a chance. Our president called me and said, can you do this session? I don't know. I said, yes. Then I started thinking, oh, what I agreed. Now some Q&A session, if you have any questions about me or about my journey or anything.
Toastmaster Rajesh, thank you so much for this interesting session. And we have got the idea of how to script it. But I have a question.
Yes.
It is like I have to mix a blend of things in the speech, right? A one-liner, a story, a question, a suspense, humor, and everything. But how to make it within that 7.5 minutes?
That is what.
It's
like, I said everything. We are planning about a 7-minute speech, 6 minutes, 30-second speech. Actually, You don't have to make a 7 minutes 30 second speech. It is 6 minutes 30 second speech, and add some pause. If there is a humor, people laugh, you have to stop, and it will be stretched to 7 minutes 30 seconds. And the thing is that whatever I said, one-liner is a must. That is the that is what you're going to tell us. Okay, why the purpose of speech is that one-liner. That's why without a purpose, your journey is like you don't have a destination. Today, I am coming here to tell you about international scripting. Actually, that is what I planned. Tomorrow, if I want to come, I will come with the humorous things, how to script humor. That is a one-liner. Purpose, your purpose of, by the end of this one, I have to believe that telling a lie is bad. That is the message, one-liner. On that only we are building. The first thing what you are going to tell. So don't worry about that. One-liner should be there. And like I told so many things, you don't have to put everything. Humor, if you are not comfortable, leave it. Because no, without Vengayam also sambar is possible. No, that what is that? President, sambar you can make in so many ways. You don't have to put everything, whatever in the recipe set. If something is missing or something you add also, this will be sambar only. That ingredients I said about this are there, but you don't have to put everything. Remember this thing. When you are telling a thing, you are coming to tell me a thing, be specific about the one line. I am asking what you are going to teach me with this speech. That one line should be there. That is what I said. And building on that, immediately now you can make it. You tell me one liner, I can create a speech in front of you. Give me one line, what you want to tell the people. In between, I said, don't tell about Mahatma Gandhi's story, but you can tell one thing. The moment I read that line in Gandhiji's book, changed my life. That you can tell. You read Gandhiji's book. What is that? I know it's Malayalam only. That truth.
Moments of
journey.
Sorry, I should not say moments of truth. I also learned in Tamil only. It's called Satya Sodhanai.
Yeah. Now you have a one-liner. How many of any of you have one-liner with you? Your previous speech.
Request all participants, if you have a one-liner, and we have
one-line speech which you made, everybody clapped for yours.
Yeah,
we have an expert who can develop a story.
I had just keep swimming.
Yeah. Keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep swimming. It is from Gandhi's point of view. He is a swimmer. Okay. Now I'm going to tell how Gandhi is giving this speech. One time, my head went into the water. I swallowed 1 liter of water, but I heard his voice from the boat. Gandhi, don't stop, keep swimming. Only few more miles to go. I took all my courage and started swimming. Dear Toastmasters, that words, keep swimming, is still resonate in my ears. Life may show so many, life may give so many hindrances in front of you. You may feel like quitting, but remember those words of my mentor, Gandhi, don't stop, keep swimming. You know what happened in my school days? I was in 10th standard and I got serious illness just before the exam. And everybody said, Gandhi, quit. You will try after next year. You will write the exam next year. But the same mentor was there with me in another form, in my father's role. My father told me, no, ignore their words. You write, whether you fail or pass, it's okay. I won those exams in flying colors. See, It's very easy, no? What do you think? You can close. Dear Toastmasters, life is very tough. It's not an easy game. Even Bill Gates said, life is not an easy game. You may see so many hindrances in front of you, like me, in exams, in life, in married life, in friendship, in business. You will see. Don't quit. Keep going. Over to you. This is a speech, very simple. It is not a big thing. Now, you got it.
Rajesh?
Another one line. We have maybe 5 minutes.
Toastmaster Mohini, she wants to ask a question, Toastmaster
Yes.
Rajesh.
Ask me, ma'am.
Yeah, may I know the one-liner that you used for your speech when you showed that both your fingers were bandaged for support?
Yeah, it is buddy taping. Buddy taping means that is what I said. In your life, you may see a broken person. Put your hands on their shoulder and tell them, don't worry, buddy, I am with you. So don't worry, buddy, I am with you is my line.
Thank you.
So many, I heard so many speeches, all these good speeches in this one, that's why I just follow them. I told you, I am not referring any book or anything. This all, I got it from my mentors and great speakers. So hope you enjoyed this session, and it's okay. It is helpful for you. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. And I never expected great speakers like Mini ma'am are here. Thank you so much for hope any doubts or anything, you can contact Gandhi. They will give me my number. They will give you my number, and I am ready to contact also if they give me number, and I can contact, and I will help you to make a script. I am a story maker, and that's what my office is. He makes too many stories about people. So a story maker is here to help you whenever you want. I believe, yeah, we started helping each other, me and President Gandhi and myself. We met from that contest. I always tell you, I'm reminding again, think about the these people who judging this. Think about the judging sheet, accordingly make it. Okay. Over to you, President.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rajesh. My dear Toastmasters, please give him a big round of applause for this wonderful training. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rajesh. And we want to know more in the upcoming meetings also from you. And I would like to thank our moderator, Toastmaster Gurumurthy also. Please give him a round of applause. Now I would like to ask the feedback from all the contestants here. So yeah, Toastmaster Annie, could you give the feedback to distinguished Toastmaster Annie? Please unmute.
Yes. How can I help?
Yeah, please give your feedback, like suggestions or what you did, you find best in this.
Yeah, I really benefited from it, and thank you for having me. But I think it would be helpful if we can have a screen to look at your points, so that we can really sink in. And with this age catching up, I think it would be very helpful if we can have the slides shown. That's only my little feedback. Otherwise, it will be excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Annie. And now I would like to ask the feedback from Toastmaster Mohini, ma'am. Over to you. Please unmute and give the feedback.
Oh, thank you so much. It was immensely useful, actually. I found this. The one-liner and the little incident as a start very useful and very attention-grabbing. That was very useful. The power of P is also, the conclusion is, of course, a wonderful, which we have to follow. Practice, practice, practice. And I was surprised when he said somebody has done it for more than 300, or was it 3,000 times? 300 times. That was important. That was a takeaway for me. And the other point was the three incidents and then tying them up with the message. So good takeaway points which we can follow in our next script. Thank you, Mr. Rajesh. It was very useful. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohini. And I request everyone to switch on your camera. So our VPPR will take the group photo also. Now I would like to hear the word from Toastmaster Rija. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening to all of you. It's really a day-end gift for me. Actually, I was no way, I didn't know anything about this. When Kanti sir called and told me, join in, I had another session. And I just grabbed that, came in, and I got a beautiful gift today. I wrapped it carefully, and I'm sure it will help me through. I'm a newcomer here, not in Speak, but in Toastmasters. And definitely I'll get back to you for help, sir. And that one-liner we gave you, and the way you dipped your head into the water, and really it was my taker today, sir. You become my hero.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Rija. I would like to add, she is going for the contestant briefing and draft lots. All the very best for your speeches, Toastmaster Rija. And now I would like to ask the feedback from Toastmaster Jisha from Salam Toastmasters. Please unmute yourself, ma'am, and please give feedback about this session. Yeah, I think you are driving. So when you are free, please unmute and give your feedback. Now I would like to ask the VPE of CMA Club, Toastmaster Mini, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am. Please unmute and give the feedback.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And a special good evening to our education master, Toastmaster Rajesh. Wonderfully done, wonderfully done. Thank you, Toastmaster Kanti, for inviting us, for sharing the the flyer. In fact, in the morning, I was wondering whether I should join, how I will join, whether I will reach our home. And finally, when I reached, I thought, okay, let me come in. What I like the most is the sample that you gave in the end. The icing on the cake, that is what made the difference. Because we can always tell a lot. Most of the things I knew, because we have heard it, we have heard speeches, we have heard judges talking about it, chief judge talking about it. So we have heard a lot of things. But how do you apply it practically? That is something that you should. From the words keep swimming, how did you create a story? As Toastmaster Rija said, that was the biggest takeaway. So now I think everybody who was there till the end actually got the idea of what you talked, the beginning, the opening, the scripts, the catching points, the 3 Ps, the stories, the power of 3, all these things combined together in that small, I think less than 2 minutes you took for that small story. You did it wonderfully and you gave a very good, I think that was the biggest takeaway for everyone here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You'll have good demand now for education sessions.
Thank you. Thank you, Mini ma'am. Yeah, I second your words also. And Toastmaster Soumya, Toastmaster Soumya Kelo, please unmute yourself and give the feedback about this session. Over to you, sir.
Very good evening to you, Toastmaster Kanti, bro, all the way in Russell Khema. Now, firstly, heartiest congratulations for organizing such a session. Obviously, this comes in very handy for those who are new to this journey. And it was great to see the positivity brimming all through, people smiling. I think that takes the spirit of the session, not to undermine in any way the effort put in by Toastmaster Rajesh. And well, I think he was enthused. He was full of energy. He was full of incisive notes and takeaways. And well, he was smiling all the way through. I think it came right from the heart. That speaks highly of it. And to all my fellow members who are still here at the end of the session, I think the key is speak from the heart. Whatever comes out from the heart is naturally the best. And Toastmaster Kanti, thank you for inviting me. Glad that I could, although I was partly domesticated while watching this, but I was hearing it. So thanks for organizing the session. I wish all the contestants the very best for tomorrow, especially Toastmaster Rija. You're going to rock the show, all the very best. And well, we keep the spirit alive. Thank you, Toastmaster Kanti bro. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Actually, Kanti bro, I'm doing only table topics tomorrow. I'm not doing a speech.
Yeah.
No problem. Whatever you're doing, you
No,
will rock.
I'm getting scared. Like tomorrow, I'm not prepared for.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Toastmaster Samya. All the very best for your contest too. And now I would like to receive the feedback from Toastmaster Arivalakan, the president of Vibe Table Topics Toastmasters. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, President Kanti bro, for this invitation, and thank you, our trainer Rajesh Kovval, for this wonderful session you made it today. And really, it actually cleared so many misconceptions what I was having in my mind, that international speech should be in a high standard with some motivation factor in it, and it should have some heartbreaking moments, because I've seen a couple of international speeches which really made me to think like that, and I was having a doubt whether I should take up, because I don't have that kind of heartbreaking stories to share and all. So I was thinking, but now it is entirely changed. So definitely I will take up the session also confidently with all the key points you've given to me, the 3 P's. Definitely I should also practice, and I will take up, and I will share these teachings with my colleagues also in my clubs. Let them also share the things with them. Let's all shine together. Thank you so much for this wonderful session.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Ariv. And now I would like to, I request Toastmaster Gurumurthy, please give your feedback about this session. Over to you.
Oh, what a fantastic session we had. I would say that, we got to know about international speech, how to develop a speech. And I always believe that script is the hero. Scripting is the hero of any wonderful speech. So if you have scripted it right, it can make wonders. And of course, as our Toastmaster Rajesh said, that one of the contestant was practicing 300 times. So when you have scripted it rightly, and I'm sure you're with the practice, you can make wonders. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Rajesh, for and as everyone said, the last moment sixer, to keep us swimming. It was a fantastic demo of how to make a one-liner and how to make a story with an one-liner. That was an eye-opener for anyone who's looking for that one-liner. I'm sure everybody will be using this one-liner in their international speech, and wishing them, all the fellow contestants, good luck, and we'll see you in the international speech contest. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Guru. Toastmaster Kannan, are you there? Could you unmute yourself? And Toastmaster Sujit Reddy, yeah, Kannan, please, over to you. Please give the feedback about the session.
Sure. It was really a good session for me because I'm new to Toastmasters, and it was a truly international session basically. So how to prepare a speech, truly international, and how to express ourselves, and the points which has been given by Toastmaster Rajesh is opening for me. So I was in some other opinion, and right now it all changed, and it was a really good one for me as well personally. So thank you very much for that as well, and thank you, Mr. Ganti, Toastmaster Ganti, for arranging this session as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kannan, for joining with us, and Toastmaster Sujit Reddy, please give the feedback. Over to you, sir.
it was a very nice session. When Kanti sir invited me for regarding this educational session, I was thinking that what I should learn from this such a education session. But after attending this session, it's give more knowledge about what good speech ingredient should in the speech, where you need to, where is the key points we need to mention in the speech. Thank you, President, and as well as our education today's trainer. Thank you very much. Forward to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sujit. And Toastmaster Prasant, are you there? Could you unmute, please? And Toastmaster Disha, if you are not driving, please unmute. Toastmaster Prasant, over to you.
Thank you, President. You can hear me, no?
Sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, Toastmaster Rajesh, he has given an excellent speech. See, people, Toastmasters who are going for the speech contest, they need not refer anything else. Only this speech will give from A to Z, everything is there. See, in one speech, there will be either one take-home message or two take-home messages. But this speech is flooded with take-home messages. See, the example about the broken finger. Opening is a thunder, closing is a wonder, and content can be a blunder. And no story without point. Power of three. One-liner. See, lot of take-home messages. I think this is just like when we were students, no? We refer to we have big textbooks. We won't get time during the exam season to go through all the textbooks. We refer simple guide. There will be some guide given by short guide will be. We refer those things for the final exam. Like that, if we go through the speech from this beginning to end, this speech alone, you can win the contest. Sure. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting. Toastmaster Mini has given sent me the link. And thank you, Toastmaster Mini. And thank you, Toastmaster Rajesh Kovval. I think I should keep in touch with you to develop my own speaking skills. Yeah. Over to you, President. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasant. And with the power vested in me, I would like to close this meeting, and I will close the recording also. Now it's open for